Hey there, guys, and hopefully some gals. You know, it's been said that in this business, you either play the blues or you sing in a high voice. Well, I don't have a high voice, so I've played a lot of blues in my life. And today I want to try to give you some vocabulary so that you too can play some blues on an all-fourths tuned tap guitar. Let's see how this goes. The first thing I want to talk about is how you're going to support what you're doing in your right hand with your left hand. So let's look at a potential bass riff that you'll be able to back up everything else I'm about to show you with. And I'm going to do this in the key of A to hopefully make it easy for folks who are on different tunings. And we'll just keep it very simple. I'm just going to stay on an A, and I'm going to play it with my middle finger and my index finger, and I always want my index finger on the downbeat. The pattern we're going to play, think of it for now as a 12-8. So we've got four groups of bars of 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. I'm going to put a note on each 1, 2, 3, 4 with my index finger, and then I'm going to play the upbeat, kind of a syncopated upbeat, on the 3, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, bang. Okay, this is an A. I want to show you what you can do with your right hand over the top of this. I'm going to give you several examples of cliches that a six-string guitarist might play. The first thing I want you to do is find an A major chord on your instrument in root position. So I've got right here. Now I'm going to convert it to a minor chord by taking this middle note down a half step. Because basically, when you're playing rock and roll blues, you're really putting a minor pentatonic scale against a major dominant seventh chord. So what I want you to see is these upper two notes of this A minor triad. We've got the low note down here. I'm going to ignore that for a second, and I've got my middle finger and my index finger on the third and the fifth, the minor third and the fifth. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, while tapping both notes, I'm going to hold the fifth in pitch, and I'm going to bend up the minor third to approach the major third. Right? You're getting the idea? And now I need to have somewhere to go, so I'm going to go down to the root. You can also slide it up a whole step. That's a nice little fun thing to do. And let's complete that riff. This is a major third interval. We're going to go to a minor third interval on the third step. We've got two major third intervals, a whole step apart, and now I'm going to go up to a minor third interval. I think that's pretty clear. So, you can see how I'm making a pedal tone out of our A root there with my ring finger. The only other thing I would add to that is when you're playing this first minor chord, you can also either bend or just go across the fret to play the major third. puts a little English on it, right? So these are all variations that you can see here. The next thing I should probably point out is that when we play this, and now I'm using my little finger, this is on the root, and this root is kind of at the center of what's commonly referred to as a pentatonic box. If I go down a whole step on the same string and then do the same pattern on the next slower string, and then I go up and do the same pattern, this is our pentatonic box, right? And so we want to be conscious that here is the root. That will be important as we look at the next couple of steps. And as you can see, this box repeats by octave. I love the all fourths tuning because any note that you take up 2 frets and 2 strings is going to be an octave above the first note. It's so easy to see octaves over the whole fourths pattern. So if I play this box from bottom to top and then slide up a whole step, 2 frets, I'm in the box an octave above, and you'll hear guitar players doing this all the time. You can add a little flavor there by going, and I'm going from the 4th degree of our pentatonic, minor pentatonic scale to the 5th. So I'm referring to our pentatonic scale. I want to identify it from its root, the A, up to the top. It's going to look like this. Here's my first A, and then a minor third above that. This is a minor pentatonic scale based on A. We've got 1, minor 3, 4, 5, 7, and 1, a 5-note scale, pentatonic scale. So as you're playing your blues, anything inside that scale is going to work. So you can see I got quite a nice little playing field here right around this A minor structure that we started. So good. I think we're off to a good start here. Now I want to show you a bit more complicated technique that imitates a lick, riff, if you will, that blues guitarists use all the time. I mean, I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. I can't believe how much and how creatively he uses this particular riff. And I want to show you how to imitate it on touch guitar. It's a little harder because we're not plucking. What it involves is the 4th and 5th degrees of this minor pentatonic scale. What I'm going to do, and you can see how I've got the 4th degree under my index finger and the 5th degree under my ring finger. I'm going to tap the 4th degree and bend it up into close to unison with the 5th degree, and then I'm going to tap the 5th degree while hopefully muting what my index finger is doing on the 4th. Let's see how that works. You could also do it this way, I suppose. And that might be how guitarists do it. I'm actually playing the next string down, this same, in this case, it's a D, the 4th degree of this A minor pentatonic. But I found it easier to do it this way. And then to complete it, we're going to go up to the root right above the 5th. I'll do that again a little slower so you can see. And once you are comfortable with that, I would say an even more advanced version of this is, instead of doing the last 2 notes by just going A, E, A, you go down to the 4th and bend it up. So we'd have, and that's a little more like a 6-string guitar player playing rock blues would play it. So we have our A minor pentatonic scale, our A minor triad, which we're our A minor pentatonic box. And again, don't forget that you can go chromatically between the 4th and 5th degrees. So I want to show you another advanced technique that comes from Dweezil Zappa, and I saw him talk about this in a video a while back, just to give credit where credit is due. We're going to go back to our box, our A minor box, right? And we're just going to take 2 strings out of it. And for this example, I'm going to take the string that has the root. I'm going to go root 7, 5, 4. And we're going to keep this on these 2 strings, which would be the 3rd and 4th string of my guitar side. I'm going to put the whole pentatonic scale on these strings. Now I'm going to go down and play the next position, which looks like this. And this is, of course, the same 2 strings, 2 notes on each string, but these are a minor 3rd apart instead of a major 2nd. So, and then I'm going to go above this position. So this is a little bit odder than the other. It has a minor 3rd interval on the lowest string, my 4th string, but then starting at the same fret, starting on a D, our 4th degree of the scale, it goes up to the 5th. So, and that's just our basic pentatonic scale, missing its 7th degree. So let me review. We've got our first position inside the A minor box. Down here we've got notes a minor 3rd apart on each string. Back to our home bass. Now I have a minor 3rd and a major 2nd in this position, which reverses in the next position where I've got a minor 3rd here and then a major 2nd here. So you can see how they kind of interlock, if you will, if you can see them geometrically. So you can see I've got this scale kind of built up. I'm only missing 1 degree now. Back at the root, so it looks just like our starting position with everything a major 2nd apart. Okay, I really like this a lot. Once you become fluent in it, you'll see that it's a great way to move position up and down the neck using a pentatonic scale. And he said his dad used it a lot, and I can hear it in his dad's playing. This brings me to yet another technique that you've probably seen me use already, and maybe you already use it yourself. But you can see that quite often I'm doing kind of a pull-off or a hammer-off. So anytime I go down from my ring finger to my index finger, I'm doing a pull-off. This definitely gives you more of a guitar attack on what you're doing because you've actually plucked the note. I do this a lot. I even do it in my bebop improvisation. You don't want to pull off too hard. It'll really sound rude. If you try it a few times, if you don't already do it, you will see that it's easy to kind of control the volume and make it about the same volume as all the rest of your tapping. If you play the entire 1-4-5 blues progression, this A pentatonic scale will get you through the whole thing, and your ear will eventually tell you which notes you can use over which scale. Once you're comfortable with these ideas, you should become familiar with them in other keys. I have centered them around the root, major, and minor chords to make it easy for you to find the key in which you wish to play them. If you want to play with guitar players, you should know them in the keys of E, G, and D, as well as A. And if you want to play with horn players, they would like to play the blues in B flat, F, and E flat. Trust your ears and don't be afraid to alter these cliches to your taste. If you enjoy my lessons, please think about subscribing to this channel and donating to my Venmo account, which is listed in the credits, as well as my Bandcamp page. I would really appreciate the support. Thanks for watching, and now let's all enjoy our dried seaweed, shall we? Oh yeah, minerals.